Out to Gregory, has to dive on it. It came out rather untidily. Wigan close to their own try line. Very slow play the ball. Goes out to Hampson. Hampson trying to clear his line. England comes in hard and bounces him down. Kiss waiting behind to play the ball. Kiss trying to bring it away. Castleford pinning Wigan down as Shillito comes in to complete the tackle. Gregory now from behind to play the ball. Little dummy, little shimmy, but he can't get through the defence as Beardmore comes in with Shillito to take him. Edwards now trying to clear his lines with a kick down the field. Covered by Plange. Plange coming hard up to the Wigan half. Marchant waiting behind to play the ball. Still no score. Game being fairly tight among the forwards so far. Wigan forwards hunting together, playing as a pack, coming in three at a time into the tackle. Beardmore, the man who's doing all the prompting from behind to play the ball. Wigan move up, Pyro coming in, pushing them back. Ruckley waiting for the play the ball. Ward, big, strong, hefty, Great Britain forward at the Wigan pack, pushing him back. Beardmore onto his brother who drops the ball, can't pick it up cleanly. Edwards back, gets possession for Wigan, and Joyner comes in to force him down. Both defences well on top at the moment. Switch by Gildart onto Hanley. Hanley knocks off one. Boothroyd taking him, ready to get the ball out. Onto Lydon. Lydon playing out on the right wing today, playing with the number 2 jersey on Iro behind to play the ball. Wigan now trying to get the line moving in gear as Gregory's forced back inside, and Wigan losing ground in possession as Castleford coming quickly and coming hard. Tense game this. Castleford out for revenge after the defeat the other week. Case turning it back inside, and Wigan struggling for every inch of territory. 10 yards outside their own 25. Switch of play, kick from Lydon. Long, high kick, good ways up to cover it. Now it's Castleford trying to break out. Hyde from the left wing. Beardmore again, onto his brother. Wigan forwards coming in hard, trying to hold them down. Potter going into the tackle. Good break by Beardmore from active half-back, getting his team moving. Sutherland getting a good break here. And Beardmore, the scrum half, Beardmore kicks past Hampson. Good way covering back. Caught 10 yards out from his own line. Hampson waiting behind to play the ball, and he knocks on and loses possession in a dangerous spot. And now Castleford hot on the attack, trying to break through from behind to play the ball, and Wigan caught offside at that play the ball, having fumbled it in the tackle as Wigan were playing the ball. Hampson fumbled it, and Wigan having to backpedal quickly, caught in an offside position, and what should be the easiest of kicks for Bob Beardmore. Absolutely straight kick. Chance here for Castleford to go into an early lead. Neither side really settled down into any cohesive play yet. Being played hard among the forwards. Beardmore should have no trouble with this one. Absolutely straight kick. And it's over in the middle. 2 points to Castleford then. Early lead for them. Territorially been nearly all Castleford in this opening quarter. With Edwards on his left. It's Edwards who gets it. Gregory coming through very nicely, appealing for obstruction. A lovely break by Gregory, has support, puts a kick in, and it's knocked down, but we're going to regain possession. Ball bouncing off a Castleford player. Gildart having been caught behind to play the ball, and now Kiss. A couple of wasted tackles, nothing productive coming from it. Gregory coming up to get the line move, goes round the narrow side. Edwards, a long pass out, and Wigan hurled back. Castleford not yielding an inch. Comes out to Edwards. Edwards doing the run around with Russell. Russell puts his head down. Charging into trouble, being easily held. Out to Gregory. Gregory, nice little kick. Lost it high. Hanley's first underneath it, throws it out wide onto the wing, but Wigan going to get caught in the sixth tackle. Will be the rollover. Castleford back on their own try line, bringing it away. Wigan trying to hold them close to the Castleford line. Being more onto Shillito, and Shillito running into trouble, slips it on. He was fast asleep then. Dropped the ball, dangerous mistake to make, 5 yards out from the line. Castleford leading 2-0 as Gregory comes over, puts the ball in, and Wigan have kicked it back. Got possession and gave it back, and now it's Southernwood trying to drag his way over the 25 line. Short pass, a good strong run by Ward, coming in very, very hard. Out to Joyner, Joyner holding it onto England. England trying to bash his way through. 10 yards out from the Wigan line. A good position for Castleford as Beardmore moves it inside onto Joyner. Joyner back out to Beardmore, and Beardmore upended, picked up and bounced down. Bob Beardmore doing the run around. Ward lets it go and it bounces off a Wigan player and over the line, and Beardmore falls on it. That was a fortunate try for Castleford. Flung inside by Ward, and it hit a Wigan player, bounced off his feet, had no chance of getting it. Wigan were caught a little bit napping there. They seemed to have the move covered as the ball was flung inside, more in hope than anything else. Bounced awkwardly off a Wigan player's leg over into the in-goal area, and Beardmore was there. There's the run around. Wigan kicking it over their own try line, and Beardmore completes it. Wigan player covering back, kicked it into his own in-goal area. So Castleford go into a 6-0 lead, and a none too difficult kick again for Bob Beardmore. Wigan a little unfortunate to concede that try. They seem to have it well covered, and Beardmore makes it 8. Castleford 8, Wigan 0, and Wigan not put very much pressure so far on the Castleford line. As Joyner comes in to take him, Edwards having a run from acting half-back. He ends it 10 yards of ground. Joe Lyde not waiting for the play of the ball. Gregory dancing and jinking, running back into trouble. Buried by Ward and Boothroyd. And a penalty for Wigan for holding him down in the tackle. Wouldn't let him get up. Referees signalling quite graphically that they dragged him and held him down when he was wanting to get up quickly for a play of the ball. A straight kick for Joe Lyden. 10 yards inside the Castleford half. Castleford leading by 8-0 as Joe Lyden prepares to take this penalty. Joe Lyden, left leg heavily strapped, stabs at it, lifts it high and true over in the middle, so Wigan get the first points on the board. Castleford 8, Wigan 2. Edwards long pass out, going along the line onto Hanley. Nice dummy by Hanley. Well out to Iro. Iro making a strong break down the middle. He has support with him. He cuts inside and tries to get a pass that's not on, and the ball's gone loose. And it will be Castleford in possession. That's a nice break by Iro. He threw the ball away and gave possession back to Castleford in their own 25. Castleford now grovelling the way out of trouble. It's a nice break by Hanley. Iro ran well and then made a mess of it. Beardmore waiting behind the play of the ball, appealing to the referee. Shillito still on his feet, managed to get his pass in onto Southernwood. Southernwood trying to make a break, being followed by Hanley and Gregory. Down him on the 25 line. Beardmore flings it back for the kick. A high kick, and as ever, Hampson takes it so cleanly. dummies, and a beautiful cut through by Hampson, turning out to the wing, gets it out onto Hanley. Hanley coming back inside. Rook is across to take him. Slips the ball onto West. West trying to batter his way through. Well, it was a lovely clean break by Hampson. Didn't bring any points as Russell lobs a high one onto Edwards to Gregory. Gregory, short one onto Goodway. Goodway going hard for the line. He has support, but Goodway's going to make it, and Goodway's over. A lovely try by Goodway. Was well backed up by Iro if he got into any sort of trouble. But that was a nicely timed pass. Beautiful pass that from Gregory onto Goodway. Put him wide into the clear, and he scooted over, running very strongly. They couldn't hold him. There were hands on his hips, but he managed to get away out of the grasp. And so it is now Wigan 6, Castleford 8. Joe Lydon, 10 yards in from the touchline. Way off target. So Castleford still in the lead. Castleford 8, Wigan 6. But Wigan back in the game now. Try to each side. Joyner flings the ball back for the kick. Hampson 10 yards out from his own try line. Sidestepping his way, but this time he sidesteps into trouble. Richard Russell behind the play of the ball. Inside onto Hanley. Hanley running wide out to the foul wing. Gets out of a tackle. Back inside onto Edwards. And Edwards swung round by Beardmore. And Sampson comes in to bounce him down. And Wigan can't take it cleanly. Knocked on by Gildart. Can't take it. Beardmore sends a long one. Ward trying to crash his way through. Up to the Wigan 25. Castleford moving it along to Ruckley. Ruckley coming hard onto it. Gets it out onto Boothroyd. Boothroyd coming inside. The referee going to penalise Potter for a high tackle. But Boothroyd came inside. Good break by Ruckley. Set this up for this penalty. Boothroyd coming inside and his head shaken by Potter. Little dance, little jig, and straight over in the middle. 10 points to 6. Kick taken very quickly by Wigan. And made a mess of in the in-goal area, knocked on in their own in-goal area. The quickness with which Wigan took that restart after the penalty kick caught Castleford somewhat by surprise. They've knocked on in their own in-goal area, and so drop out, giving possession back to Wigan. Hampson onto Hanley, Hanley sidestepping. Good strong tackling, puts him down. Kiss round the narrow side onto Potter, coming back inside, trying to get it up to the 25 line. Kiss flinging them off, trampling on them to get them out of the way while he gets on with the game. Case, Gregory, long pass to Edwards, a little dummy by Edwards and made a gap. Wigan streaking through, getting it out onto Hampson. Hampson lobs it out and West is there and he's over in the corner. Well, that was beautifully set up by little dummy there from Sean Edwards, and good fast sure handling by Wigan. Gets West over in the corner to make it now Castleford 10, Wigan 10. Wigan right back, and here's Case. Gregan, and this lovely little dummy there. Caught Sampson right out of position. Good strong running by Goodway. Onto Hampson, who's linked up well. And West is there on the outside, well positioned, following it up well. Good anticipation by West, and that's a lovely little dummy by Edwards. And then Goodway, who's already scored, streaked away well, and West is there. Not been the happiest of grounds over the last couple of seasons for Graham West. He's had a couple of sendings off, but he'll be mighty pleased to have got that try to level the scores for Wigan, leaving Joe Lydon with a long, long kick to take just in from the touchline. High kick, not just quite on the target, so we'll fight away once more with the score still level. Wigan 10, Castleford 10. Marchant coming in, buries Edwards, Kiss. Onto Case. Looked a bit like an irresistible force on an immovable object as he ran into Sampson. Gets a short pass onto Gildart. Gildart can't crash his way through. Gregory turning, dancing around. Castleford not yielding an inch at the moment. Kiss on the narrow side of the field. Edwards hoists the high one. And that's a beautiful tackle by Hadley. Went into Ruckley and he hit him hard with his shoulder and he shaken him. He really hurt him in that tackle. Ruckley bravely got up to play the ball, but he was very badly shaken by that strong tackle by Hadley now. Sampson trying to bring the ball away. Beardmore. Wigan forwards going in 3 and 4 at a time. Kick behind the Wigan defence. But as ever, Hampson's there, running it out, running well out to the wing, gets away from Joyner. That hit him hard, but it didn't bother him. Gregory, a long pass, trying to stretch the defence, comes on to Hadley, Hadley moving it across onto Iro. Russell running inside, Edwards hands it on to West, good break by West, West powering through, gets onto Gregory, Gregory high overhead pass onto Line, Line going for the corner, he's into the corner, he gets the ball down, but the flag has gone up. Very close run thing there as Joe Lyden went in at the corner. That could have been the nail in the coffin. It could have been the real turning point in the game. However, the touch judge's flag has gone up. Wigan will have to, instead of having 4 points on the board, will have to scrum down 5 yards out. And Wigan making a substitute, Potter going off, and Lucas coming on into the second row. Beardmore coming over to restart with the tap. Onto Sampson, Sampson drives in, Wigan forwards go in and bounce him down. West and Kiss with a great stint of tackling. Beardmore sends a short one, now Lucas comes in. Beardmore switching it back into the centre. Real war of attrition among these forwards. And Wigan penalised for hanging on in the tackle. Dangerous position to give a penalty away. This could well put Castleford in the lead again. Every point this afternoon having to be fought for. Beardmore bangs at it, and it's high and true over in the middle, and so Castleford going to the lead. Castleford having scored 1 try, and Wigan having scored 2, but Castleford going to a 12 points to 10 lead. Beardmore up to the scrum half, who hoists a high one. There's the safest pair of hands in the business, running it out beautifully. Tremendous run by Hampson, 25, 35 yards, gets it out onto Hanley. And that was a great run by Hampson. Took it under a lot of pressure and escaped from the attacking horde of Castleford forwards. And now we can get the penalty for lying on Hanley, not letting him get up quickly enough. Joe Lyden to kick for touch. Touch judge marks it. 12 yards inside the Castleford half. Gregory, short one on to West. Good way, bringing Hanley into it. Russell coming into the centre, trying to dummy his way through. Marchant hangs on to him with England. Sean Edwards behind the ball. Short pass on to Case. Case on to Lucas, a good run by Lucas. Looking for support. Back on to Gildart. Gildart dragged from behind by his shirt. Edwards now. Lydon onto Gregory, onto Hanley. Hanley. And Wigan, oh, and the final pass goes astray. And into touching goal. Wigan looked all over scoring there. Good way sent to Westiak. Just couldn't get it out to Russell, and Wigan cut through beautifully there with nothing to show for it. So battering his way forward, Beanmore gets it again onto Jones. Jones trying to crack his way through. Beanmore jumping with it, changing direction back to Ward. Ward trying to run straight through Edwards. Edwards hangs on to him. Iro comes in. Castleford battering at the Wigan line now, and England's almost, so the referee says no try. Very, very close, and he's going to give the scrum down. Castleford disputing the decision. Referee says he hasn't grounded the ball, and would scrum down 5 yards out. Beanmore inside, kick through. Hampson on his own try line, having to run it out. Gets the ball out onto Lydon, having a good run down the wing, sidestepping inside, away from trouble. Gets it out onto Iro. Iro going hard down the field. That's a good run by Joe Lydon. Lydon waiting behind to play the ball. Out onto Gregory. Gregory short one to Edwards. Edwards is through, he has support with him. Gets it onto Hanley, the cover comes across, and Hanley can't get it out to Edwards. Edwards, he plays it to himself, not a good play the ball. Edwards gets it on to Kiss. Little bit untidy round to play the ball. On to Gregory. Gregory long one to Edwards. Edwards moving it across the line. Kiss gets it out. Wigan going for the line. Line gets it out onto Hampson, and Hampson snatched out of the air a yard short. And it's a penalty to Wigan. Hanging on, Wigan take it quickly. Trying to batter the way underneath the posts. Wigan now in a strong attacking position. Can they pull this game out of the fire as Kiss tries to bullock his way over right underneath the sticks. Lucas moves it out. Edwards a long pass. Gregory having to change direction. Dummies with it. Lobs a high pass onto Hampson, and Hampson is crunched down. Lets the ball go. Wigan trying to keep it moving, and it's Gregory who snaps it up. Russell can't take it cleanly. Hampson flicks it inside to Edwards. Edwards hoists a high one. In desperation at the last minute, Burns underneath it, but it's covered by Castleford, and Castleford have it a yard out from their own line. Scrum half, Beanmore bringing it away. Very slow getting up. Referee saying get on with it, never mind playing for time, but I think he was heavily tattled. The referee standing right on top of them to see there's no messing. Ward now coming away. Ball secure under his armpit. 3 Wiganers go in, but he can't get the ball away from him. England. 5 tatters gone, and there goes the hooter for full time for a good, exciting, hard game of rugby. Castleford gaining revenge for the defeat the other week and beating Wigan with a final score: Castleford 12, Wigan 10.
So